Imagine biting into a hot, cheesy, and perfectly crispy pinwheel pizza right from your kitchen. Picture the cheese melting and golden with a taste that's tangy and rich. Feel the crunch of the crust, soft yet firm, a testament to your culinary skills. Savor the fillings, a myriad of flavors, each one a delightful surprise. This isn't just a pizza, it's your creation, made with love and attention. The satisfaction of creating this delicious snack at home is unparalleled. Ready to create this culinary masterpiece? Stay tuned. Start off with the heart of any pizza, the dough. The dough is the canvas on which we'll create our pizza masterpiece. Let's talk about what you'll need. You'll require some simple yet essential ingredients: all-purpose flour, warm water, dry yeast, a pinch of sugar, and a sprinkle of salt. Sounds simple enough, right? First, let's focus on the yeast. Yeast is our dough's best friend. It's what makes our dough rise and become beautifully fluffy. To activate it, mix it into warm water with a pinch of sugar. Let it sit for about 5 minutes until it becomes frothy, a clear sign that our yeast is alive and ready to work its magic. Next, in a large bowl, combine the flour and salt, creating a well in the middle. This is where we'll introduce our yeast mixture. Pour it in and start mixing with a spoon or your hands. The dough will be sticky at first, but don't worry, this is completely normal. As you knead the dough, it will start to become more elastic, less sticky, and form into a smooth ball. This process can be quite therapeutic, a moment of zen in the kitchen. The kneading process is crucial as it develops gluten, the protein that gives our dough its structure. Once the dough is smooth and elastic, place it in a greased bowl, cover it with a damp cloth, and let it rest. This is its time to grow, to double in size. This process, known as proofing, is crucial for our dough's texture and flavor. It needs at least an hour, but the longer, the better. Some even let it rest overnight for a more complex flavor. Remember, dough making is not just a process, but an art. It requires patience, love, and a bit of elbow grease. But the end result, a perfect pizza dough, is well worth the effort. Now that the dough is ready and resting, it's time for the next step. While the dough rests, let's bring some flavors into play with our fillings. And what's wonderful about fillings is that they're a playground for your culinary creativity. You can stick with the classic flavors or venture out into the wild, mixing and matching ingredients to your heart's content. For our pinwheel pizzas today, we'll be using a blend of sweet bell peppers, onions, olives, and a hearty helping of pepperoni. We've also got a medley of cheeses on hand: sharp cheddar, creamy mozzarella, and a touch of tangy parmesan. But remember, these are just suggestions. Feel free to substitute or add anything you like. Perhaps some spicy jalapenos for a kick, or mushrooms for an earthy flavor. The world is your oyster, or in this case, your pinwheel pizza. Let's get started with our preparation. Have your chopping board ready? Great. Begin by dicing the bell peppers and onions into small, bite-sized pieces. The key here is uniformity. You want each bite to be a symphony of flavors, not a solo act. Next, slice the olives and pepperoni and set them aside. Now it's time to heat up a pan and sauté our veggies. A little drizzle of olive oil, a sprinkle of salt, and a dash of black pepper is all it takes to transform these humble ingredients into a flavor-packed filling. Sauté them until they're soft and slightly caramelized. The aroma wafting up from the pan is a telltale sign that you're on the right track. Once done, let them cool for a bit. In the meantime, grate your cheeses if they're not pre-shredded. Now, combine the sautéed veggies, sliced olives, pepperoni, and the 3 cheeses in a bowl. Give it a good mix until everything is well incorporated. And there you have it, a vibrant, flavor-packed filling, ready to be rolled into our dough. It's a simple process, but one that makes all the difference. Remember, the magic of a great pinwheel pizza lies as much in the fillings as it does in the dough. With our fillings ready, we're all set for the exciting part. Now comes the fun part, rolling and baking. Once your dough has rested and your fillings are prepared, it's time to assemble our pinwheel pizzas. Start by lightly flouring your countertop. This will prevent the dough from sticking. Take your dough and, using a rolling pin, gently roll it out into a rectangle. You're aiming for a thickness of about 1/4 inch. It's important to roll it evenly, so take your time here. You want to create a perfect canvas for your fillings. Now, let's bring back the fillings. Start by spreading a thin layer of your chosen sauce over the dough, leaving a small border around the edges. This will give your pinwheels that classic pizza flavor and also help to bind the fillings to the dough. Next, sprinkle your cheese evenly across the sauce. You want to achieve a balance between cheesy goodness and ensuring your pinwheels aren't too heavy. After the cheese, distribute your chosen fillings. Be creative here. The beauty of this recipe is that it can be as simple or as elaborate as you like. Once your fillings are in place, it's time to roll. Start from one of the longer sides of the rectangle and carefully roll the dough into a log. Do it slowly, making sure the roll is tight and even. Now we're going to slice this log into pinwheels. Using a sharp knife, cut the log into slices of about an inch thick. You should end up with a series of beautiful round pinwheels, each one a miniature pizza in its own right. Arrange these pinwheels on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper, leaving some space between each one. They'll expand a bit during baking, so they need room to grow. And now, it's time to bake. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Slide your baking sheet into the oven and bake for about 15 to 20 minutes. You're looking for a golden brown color on the crust and a bubbly melted cheese on top. Keep a close eye on them though. Every oven is different and you don't want your delightful pinwheels to burn. Once they're done, remove them from the oven and let them cool for a few minutes. And there you have it. A hot, delicious, homemade pinwheel pizza right from your kitchen. So, to recap, we've kneaded the perfect pizza dough, prepared our delightful fillings, and mastered the art of rolling and baking. Truly, there's nothing quite like the fun and satisfaction of creating your own scrumptious snacks right at home. You've transformed simple ingredients into a mouth-watering pinwheel pizza, a testament to your culinary prowess. Thank you for joining this culinary journey. Enjoy your homemade pinwheel pizza, and see you next time.